Well, good morning, everybody. Travels with Dottie here. Dottie's in the back, hiding behind the seat. Why? Because I have a passenger to pick up. And it's Denny with DDK Travels. We're going to be traveling together to Phoenix today to go to Santan Solar, and they are very well known for um, incredible deals on solar panels. All they do is solar, and they sell a ton of industrial and business grade solar panels. I was going to say gently used, but undamaged, used. I mean, it's kind of a binary thing, don't you think? Look at me, you see me all year round. Hardly ever get to see Quartzite. So I'm supposed to pick up Denny at 8 down at Posa South, and it is right now it's 7:54. So I have 6 minutes to get there. Now, believe it or not, from town, this isn't a totally crazy thing. It's a little crazy. I mean, I'll be a couple minutes late. Um, I had one thing after another, sort of computer issues this morning. So, and here we are coming up to the police department in Quartzsite on the right, their headquarters building. I wonder if they have to hire um, temporary officers for the winter, or just the full-time staff does it year round, and it's just super busy and super a lot of overtime hours in the winter, and then they get to relax a little bit in the off season. I don't know. If anybody knows that, let me know. I know when I was in college, I was initially a criminal justice major at Northeastern University in Boston, and so it was a work study program. So you've got law enforcement jobs, and one of the law enforcement jobs I had was in Cape Cod in Massachusetts. The whole Cape and all these little towns are just inundated with tourists. You know, a lot like what happens to Quartzsite in the winter. That happens in the summer in Cape Cod, and their police departments can't possibly keep up. So all of the time, this I don't know if this is true anymore. And parts of it, I'm sure, are not true, and you'll discover what those are as I tell you the story. Um, they they would hire mostly college age kids, some retired people, but mostly kids like us, and like a lot of people from universities like Northeastern and the John Jay College in New York. It's John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York. Would come and take these jobs, and for this little town called Dennis, like the first name, like Dennis the Menace, Dennis, the town of Dennis, Massachusetts, was kind of in the middle of the Cape, and it's a pretty busy town. Not the busiest, but it was fairly busy. It was sort of a um, medium sized for the Cape. So you would show up, and for a 2 week police academy. I mean, I think modern police academies for full time are like 3 months. This is 2 weeks, and it included all the things that are in the 3 month thing, just in very tiny snippets. There was like one shooting day where they had you qualify with your weapon, and you were going to be police officers, and there was no way to visually make a distinction between a part-time officer and a full-time officer in terms of uniform and badge and patches and stuff. It was identical. Now, the vast majority of us, and this is true in most of the towns, you don't get what they call the coveted cruiser duty. Cruiser duty is you ride around in a police car. But for this job, I think there was one guy in our class that got cruiser duty. and they had him riding with a full-time person. That was all summer. What remained were foot beats, and I had a foot beat in within Dennis. There was an area called West Dennis Village, and I had a foot beat there from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. all summer long. I think 5 days a week. And what they did on my nights off, I don't really remember. I honestly do not remember. Isn't that funny? Huh. Anyway, that's not my point. But I know they don't do this now. And it probably doesn't work anymore to train like a 20-year-old kid for, well, like, it's not a kid, but training a 20-year-old for 2 weeks and then giving him a badge and a gun and saying, look, you're a police officer. I don't think they do that anymore. I think this was, what year was this? This was like 1980. So 1980 was, okay. It can't be 45 years ago. It was 45 years ago. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. I just blew my own mind. If the camera were facing the other way, you would see an explosion in the top of my head. Hello? Denny's calling me.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you're being recorded, so don't say anything that's going to get you prison time.
What's that?
I'm saying you're being recorded as I'm driving for my YouTube video, and I didn't want you to say anything that's going to land us in prison.
You you can come out, if you want to, but we can't pick anything up today. It's got to be tomorrow.
Oh, really?
They're not open pickups. They're Thursday and Friday only.
No shit. Well, I'm just a right.
He had 3 panels that were 41 wide, and I saved 2 for you. So they'll have them 2 panels, and they're $450.
So $450. So that's $900, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We
just got to figure out the wire, and just call them. They'll just bundle it up and have it all ready for us.
That was pretty smart of you to call.
I just thought I wanted to call and find out what he had left,
Yeah.
And he says, well, Denny, he says, we got all, this, and we're short on 450s. We got these. And I said, well, them are exactly what we need.
And
he had 3 left.
What kind? Do you know what kind of panels or anything, or their history, or?
No, they're used. They're the ones they took off the solar field, but they're all warranty.
Well, I'm like, you could, if you were outside, you could probably see me.
Okay. I'll ride back with you and we'll do some measuring and stuff. How's that?
All right. Or
I'll follow you back or whatever.
No, I already cleared the space for you here, so you got to take it.
All right.
But
I'm coming outside.
All right. I'm coming the back way.
Yep.
All right. See you in a minute. All right. So we're not going to Phoenix today because Denny had the presence of mind to call. And you heard what he said. And had he not done that, and that was my responsibility. I just pictured a place that was open to the public full time, and that's not exactly how it works. So we'll get Denny to explain more about how that works.
Yeah, it's only and the greatest part of it is with that from them, because I bought in the earned points. We got them for $120 each.
Oh wow! So Denny, you're on camera here, and I was just explaining that you saved us a trip to. Well, they heard the phone call. They know everything. And as I was hung up with you, I started talking about Santan and how I realized I don't really know much about their business model. I wonder if you could explain it to them, who they are, and
Santan Solar is down in Santan in the Phoenix area, and they sell all kinds of different solar equipment. I mean, from inverter chargers to just about anything you need. But they sell all their cable and wire and all that stuff in bulk, and so they cut it to whatever you need. And they sell all the fuses for the panels, and in their panels they got a huge warehouse. And what they are is panels from these solar grids that get put up all over the United States, and they buy the extras that are not they always buy extra when they build these big grids in big pallets, and they never use them all, so these guys buy them and sell them at a super cut rate price. And then they have ones that are used where they've moved the grid, and they just taken, maybe they're only a year old or two, and they buy those at a cheaper rate, and they pass it on to the consumer. And if you go on their website, Santan Solar, you can see they got panels on there that are 350 watt panels for $65, $70. So I mean, 200 watt. They got just about any kind you want, but they go so fast because they ship all over the U.S. So you have to, if you see it on the website or just call them. A lot of times, like I just did, I called and they happen to have only 3 of these 450s left, and we got the 2 we needed. It just so happens it's going to fall in the right size category, width-wise and lengthwise.
And you said it was 125 a piece?
120 a piece.
120 a piece.
Yeah.
And if I go and buy a new 425 watt solar panel, what's that gonna? Same quality. What's that gonna cost me?
$400 or $500
each.
Yeah.
Ooh, so it's worth the trip to Phoenix.
Yeah, because they're commercial grade. They're not consumer grade, which is a huge difference. The amount of current they put out and voltage is a lot higher, and the quality of them, the aluminum's heavier, and the panels are just about bulletproof. I mean, we were down in South Dakota with that quarter size and pea size hail with that 60, 70 mile an hour winds, and it pelted my truck. I got just about $6,000 worth of damage on my truck. My panels didn't, nothing happened.
Oh, but they're made of glass, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. They're just a real heavy tempered glass.
All right. Well, you got probably want to see Quartzite. That's what you're tuned in for. But so have you eaten yet this morning?
No.
Do you want to stop someplace and eat?
It's up to you. I'd fine either way.
Well, I kind of wanted to try the new Mountain Quail location.
Oh. Okay.
It's.
Sure.
Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
You know the I can't think of the name of the restaurant it used to be. They closed last year after years, and Mountain Quail moved in there.
Hey, 502, Rob.
502.
on my viewers.
Hey, yeah, Denny's got over 500 viewers, halfway to the $1,000 threshold for monetization. You get the rule is to start reaping the benefits of sharing in the revenue on the ads. It's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
I got what is it? 3,000, close to that 3,000 threshold of the viewers.
The hours, you mean?
Hours.
Yeah. Well, you'll get that you'll get that.
So I'm at 2,745 or something.
Like almost 2,500 hours. Yeah. Well, that'll come fast, and I think you'll be monetized before you leave this winter for sure.
But that means I got to go to 1,000, right?
1,000, you'd have to double your subscribers, but you've gone from 60 to 500 in a month, right?
Yeah.
And this is for the content that you're doing at Quartzsite. Doesn't get any better than the months that we're in right now.
Right. I just don't want to. What do you want to call it? Wear it out. I don't know if I can, but
You wear it out from the standpoint of
just Quartzite.
that's all I'm going to do is Quartzsite stuff.
This is that Chinese place we eat.
Yeah. I've not eaten there, but I knew
man.
about
it. For you, you'd have 3-4 meals. Yeah, I'm doing good on we started that kind of that same thing you do, what you did with that. You're doing the shot.
The GLP-1.
Yeah, we did the liquid, and I've lost like 21 pounds since I left home.
Really?
Deb's lost quite a bit.
Not a lot of activity at what time is it? 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:11.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna miss that light. That's okay.
So when we get done with what we're doing, we'll go back. We'll try to figure out how much cable we're gonna need.
Yeah, I got the ladder set up, and I got that ready to go.
We'll figure everything out. And there's a guy here in Quartzsite that has panels too. I just found him, and he sells them. It's kind of the same thing, but he wants $270 for $450 from him.
Oh wow, that's that's more than twice what we're gonna get.
Yeah. I just thought, well, I'm gonna check on him in case he's got something. Maybe he's only $10 or $20 higher, and saving money and fuel time. But
I think the restaurant was called Times 3 down here.
Okay.
And they closed down and sold it in Mountain Quail. Now, have you been to the old Mountain Quail Café?
Nope, never.
All right. It's off to the right here somewhere. I don't know. I forget exactly what street. But I don't know whether they've got 2 restaurants going now or not. They might.
The other day you did that it was like a 3 split screen for your thumbnail.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do that. I wanted to. I got that.
It's not hard. It's
I got so much
in Canva. You can bring in a photo and you can make it any shape that you want in Canva.
Oh yeah.
So I just reshaped 3 photos into 3 rectangular things.
Okay. So you can do that right at the very tail where you build your thumbnail.
Yeah. I can't remember. Do you use Canva to build your thumbnail?
No, I use Filmora.
Oh, okay. See. I've used Filmora, but I don't think I ever used them to do the thumbnails.
So Canva is another program you got to buy to do thumbnails.
I think there's a free version. I can't really remember, but if it does cost, it's very inexpensive.
See, they got thumbnails and everything right in Filmora.
I'm sure you can resize pictures that you bring in.
Oh, I can take my picture, my photo, shrink it up, move it around.
So all you do is do that exact thing. It's right here. It used to be called Times 3. Now it's Mountain Quail, and I tell you, the original Mountain Quail was a dynamite breakfast place.
I see there's one up by that propane place up there by the grocery
And
stores.
are they open yet?
Oh, it looks like all the cars are here.
There's only 3 cars though.
Yep, there's some on the other side too.
Okay, so
I would think. It's morning.
is this a parking space?
Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. I'm not going to take you in. You don't want to see it. Well, I'll show you the meals, the restaurant.
Oh.
So I promised that I brought in the camera to show you what we ate, and I didn't do that. I was hungry. I totally forgot. But so this is Mountain Quail Cafe at the old Times 3 location. And
You want to show them half of mine?
oh yeah. This is half of a breakfast burrito that Denny got. It was so big he only could eat half. I had a cheese omelet and English muffin. And each of these entrees were $11, $11.50, something like that. Pretty reasonable.
For Quartzsite, that's pretty good.
And really, I thought it was. We both really
Tasty.
liked our meals a lot. So we are heading back over to. We're not, as you know, we're not going to Phoenix. We're going over to my place. Measurements to make sure that the panels that Denny talked to them about will fit the way we think. And anyway, that's what we're going to do. And but I'll keep you with us driving through town. It's oh, you know what? I haven't got the silly owls yet. I need to stop at Moon Mountain. The package that I was trying to pick up yesterday, they finally notified me. So it's ready to be picked up. And Denny probably wants to stop at the recreational dispensary to
no,
to
I'm
to,
fine.
to you're okay on your marijuana supply.
I'm okay on my marijuana stash. And that stash is 0. I don't have any problems eating.
Do you ever shop in here in the big market hardware?
In here?
Yeah.
No, not really. I usually end up going like to over here to these other tents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This tent up here usually they got a big supply of different things. The one by the 76 there, right by the post office.
Uh-huh.
They got a big supply of different connectors.
Oh, really? Yeah. I always wondered about this building on the left. It's all dilapidated. It looks like it burnt down or something.
Yeah.
And it just stays that way.
Nobody touches it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was that RV dealer there in past years?
Yeah, he was.
Never noticed.
He just looks like he's got brand new ones up front now. It's going to be an interesting year, I think, out here. The predictions are high on people count, or on camper count, so we'll see.
Did I pass Silly? No, it's right.
Oh, it's right here.
Um,
They're saying possibility of 2 million campers this year.
No kidding.
That's what I've talked to these people up at the camp at the desk up there.
Well, let's face it. When times are tough, coming out here and taking your vacation camping on BLM land is a pretty frugal way to take a vacation.
Oh, yeah. Place to save money. I'm gonna call Santan while you're in here and have them send me the measurements, the total measurements, so I got them in writing.
All right. Well, I am going to try to park in here. As bad as this parking looks, it's better than it was at the old location. I think I'll put these guys out.
He can't decide what he wants to do.
Well, I think he's thinking I'm in the way, maybe. And then there's somebody coming around from the back. Yeah, they can get around me.
Yeah, that's one thing about Quartzsite. Make sure you're not in a hurry.
Yeah, if you're in a hurry, you're in big trouble in Quartzsite.
You're in the wrong town. Everybody around here moves like boat people. They're on their own time schedule. Oh, 90% of them are retired.
All right, so much for picking up the package. I walked in there and there were at least 15 people standing waiting for packages, which means half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that, I would guess. They just seem overwhelmed, so I'll come back another time for my package and we'll continue the video here going through town. So every year I try to gauge, hey, is this busier than last year or is it not? And it's not easy to answer that question, but there are indications. Denny thinks that it's busier in the Posa South than it's been in past years. Certainly, this experience walking into Moon Mountain Mail and having it be this crowded and things take this long, this early in the season, suggests more people, right? So you couldn't get the measurements right when you called?
No, he was busy. So he'll text to me or call me. So I've got the width, and that's the main one. I don't think it's going to be over 77 inches. That's kind of the standard. So on that size pan. So, but we'll try to figure out our wire situation. We got a package of ends, I think, the four connectors.
All I can tell you, Denny, you got a lot of packages. You're gonna open them and look inside?
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure out what we got. And what we gotta
Okay.
get. I think I know what we got to get. Fuses,
Do you have
wires,
a pocket knife
panels.
on you? You seem like the kind of guy that has a pocket knife.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, there's my other one.
I do not carry. I carry another means of protection, but not a pocket knife.
Yeah, I got it. Probably not useful for opening boxes.
But no, it's. I don't even usually carry my wallet. I usually let that lay in the truck, but I just don't like stuff.
When you come out here, you make a right by the police department. That's the landmark.
But you feel safe out here, then, right?
Sure.
You got these guys in your back pocket.
And then you make a left where you see this little, and kind of interesting looking. It looks like
I've been in this park. I bought something. Garage sale.
Because it's full-time people in there for sure. It's not an RV park. It's a little more time. But it looks from here, it looks pretty nice. Like for Quartzsite, high end.
Yeah.
So you turn at Arizona Sun Village. And they got gated access and everything. It's pretty safe in there. And then we're right next to this.
Dottie, you're just about home. Hey, there's my truck.
And pretty easy. Row one.
Oh, you thought your camper was small.
Yeah, that was a real tiny.
She is. You got a reindeer out.
Oh yeah, I do. All right. All right. Well, I dropped my buddy Denny off, and I thought I'd give you a little tour through Posa South, see what the conditions are like here. 10:40 a.m. on the 3rd of December. So I talk about driving through washes, and I'm gonna sort of follow this Class C and show you. That's pretty much it's a it's a deep wash, but they're doing fine going through it, I think. But that's I wouldn't go much deeper than that. And the thing that see the sand they're going through is in some washes the problem isn't the steepness of the wash, it's the deepness of the sand. And once it starts sucking you in and your wheels begin to spin, you're stuck. But I'm glad we were able to see somebody, a rig, especially a Class C, drive through a wash. So you see that um, if this is all new to you, this is how people camp out here. See, some people mark off spots. You see all these rocks in a row there, and it seems to be coordinating off spots. If there's no one there, you can't put up rocks like that and say this is mine and you can't camp there. It the rocks mean nothing. This is technically going through a wash. See the vegetation? That's a wash, but it's a real shallow, short one. Not a big deal. But we'll go through a bigger one over here. Next one. Just look and see if you see a line of trees and bushes and greenery, then that marks a wash. And to go through it on one of these roads, it'll be, there'll be dips, be a little bumpy, and you just got to be careful if you're using rig. If you got a four-wheel drive Jeep or something, it's no sweat at all. But here we go, and we're through the wash. right in front of us, we see dump stations right there. See where the white pickup is? Those are dump stations. And I'll turn around here and I'll show you the water stations where you get fresh water. They're on both sides of the street. This guy in front of me is pulling in there. There's a guy in the prism right there who's filling up with water. It's just fresh water. You have a permit here, as much as you want. And then across the road there are dumpsters. You drive up there, throw your trash in. So one-stop shopping. Everything's here in Posa South. Now the other LTVA areas have dumpsters, but they don't have the fresh water and the dump station. You have to say you're staying up in La Posa North, right near town. To dump your tanks and or to get water, you have to drive your rig down here and then back up to your camp. And again, I cannot determine by what we're seeing here whether it's more or less crowded than last year at the same time or the year before. I would say if you said you have to make a determination, I would say at least as busy, if not busier, is what I would say. So unexpected turn of events today. Not I thought we'd be in Phoenix by now, picking out the panels. But that's going to be tomorrow. And we also, we're inside where we're putting all the stuff, all the panels and everything on the wall. We have to buy some half-inch plywood, and we measured out how we want to cut. So we're going to go to a Home Depot in Phoenix and have them cut to the exact sizing that we want. And then we'll buy some lag bolts. I do need to figure out how thick that wall is that the bolts are going to go through. So on the other side of the wall is the bathroom. So on that bathroom wall, we're going to have the lag bolts showing with big washers on them, which I don't care about. I think it's perfectly fine, but some people may think, oh, that looks ugly. Me, it's okay. I've drilled so many holes and customized so much inside that anyone that wants to buy my trailer, should I sell it someday, is going to be like, oh man, what did you do to this thing? I did a lot. I mean, one of the first major things I did was in the slide out, there was a built-in bench seating around a table. Ripped it out, gone. And that is the Posa South. So we are going to head back to the mail place, which is probably even be more crowded. Who knows? And I'll just go in with my phone and my headpiece or my earpods and watch some YouTube videos while I'm waiting for them to deliver my package to me. And then I'm going to go back over to, I'm going to go to K&B and buy a outdoor rug and some spikes to put it in. I was on the fence the other day about whether I really wanted another rug, outdoor rug, and I think I do. It's more of a mat that's made for, campsites than a rug, but I guess it's technically a rug. And you see to the right and the left, especially to the right, you see a lot of open space. You could be camping out there if you wanted to. If you could pick your way out there in your rig, you can camp out there. Everything you see on the right and the left, all the way into town, are part of the 4 LTVAs. And if you have a permit, you can, wherever you want, just go there and camp. So people wonder, well, what if I want to be alone? Will there be room? Well, look, it's once you see it out here, that's you would chuckle at the question, but not directly at someone that's never been here. It's a very obvious, logical question, but once you've been out here, you see, oh no, that concern is not a concern, um, by any stretch. There's more than enough room. And we're coming up on the two northern LTVA areas. I don't know exactly where the line is. It's probably right around here, but it's going to be a little while before you start seeing rigs. I look at the left now. You can't see it, but way back there, I see rigs on the left. On the right, if I look, I see one or two in the distance on the right. But as we get closer and closer to town, we'll see more and more rigs. And here we are. $879 elevations. It was founded in 1879, so of course it's been around for a while. If you're really interested in that history, check out the museum over by Silly L's Pizza and go in there. There's lots of artifacts and factoids about the history of the area. Um, Hi Jolly is a figure, a guy that had camels out here. He was testing for the army, and he had a Arab name, and no one could pronounce it, so they nicknamed him Hi Jolly. That wasn't really his name. And we're back up to our main intersection, Central Boulevard, which we're on right now, which is also 95. And oh no, we're not. Okay, I've been coming here for years, and this is not the main intersection. This is Kuhn Street. We'll hit that on the way back when we go to get the rugs. But I want to go to the mail service first. You'll hear me repeat what I was trying to say before. Now, as we crest the bridge over Interstate 10, we see the main intersection in town, Main Street, which runs east to west, and we're on Central, which is also 95, that runs north to south. Filming is so much easier for me now that I'm in Quartzsite, because I don't have to think of, oh, what content can I do? It's like everything I do is content for Quartzsite that people are interested in seeing. So it takes a little of the pressure off. Now, on to the left here, now there's quite a collection of food trucks. And I should go in there and do a little video on them. That makes total sense. Like food truck videos in like shorts and reels, Facebook reels and YouTube shorts in Artesia on local food trucks did exceptionally well. It's still looking pretty crowded there at the mail place. So I'll make the best of it. Like my friend Denny said, if you're in a rush and you're in a hurry, you're in the wrong town. Wrong place. Yeah, I think I can park right here. Why not? Hey, well, I thought I'd show you my face right here in the middle of the video. I'm going in and I'll be out soon. All right, well, we got our package in less than 10 minutes. I think there were a lot more people working there now than early this morning. So that could be a tip not to go very early in the morning when they first open up, because there were not quite as many people, but it was full. It was a full lobby. But I sat and played with my phone for about 10 minutes, and I was good. It was good to go. I can't stand tight parking lots. So this is going to be a little tricky to get out of. But you know, people, bigger trucks than me do this every single day. So I should be able to do this without a problem. Thank God I have the not only the backup camera, but putting this new radio head in with a giant screen. The screen that came with the Ford was so small I could barely make out what I was looking at. This one is like watching my rear in a big screen TV. I feel a lot more confident in backing up. So where are we going now? Well, we're going to go back to Tyson Wells. No, there's the K&B Tools where I went, Tyson Wells. There's another one up here on Main Street. So we're going to go to that one and pick up a rug and some steaks. And no, not sirloin steaks. Steaks to drive into the ground to hold the outdoor carpet. So that's where we're going. It's over here, K&B Tools. It's over here by the, you'll see I'll point out a big yellow water tower. I can see it right now off in the distance. If you squint, you can probably see it. Right hand side of the road, yellow tower. Turn in there and head to the back and you'll find it. Yeah, see and it actually says K&B on it. See the black lettering K&B? Now there used to be, I used to call this lady the sourdough lady, and every Saturday she would sell her homemade loaves of sourdough bread. If you're familiar with sourdough bread, that big old loaf will last you a long, long time. See, there's a dollar plus store there. See, K&B Tools and tarps. And we have arrived. And we'll be right. Okay, I got the rug. See it out here. You can see it in the back there. And these, the way you keep the wind from taking it away, one of these spikes with a washer on it, drive that into the desert, and that takes care of that takes care of your business. Now, I don't want to lose these washers here. Um, I think that's going to be it for today's video. We'll have another video on our second attempt at the trip to Phoenix to buy the solar panels that Denny was talking about this morning. And, okay, it looks like I'm short. Am I short? No, I thought it was short, but I put two on one spike. So we're perfect. So that's what it looks like. Drive it into the ground. It'd be great. Anyway, we're gonna go to Phoenix tomorrow and get those solar panels. We're thinking we were up there. Denny was up there measuring. I think we can get. I'm looking for 11 or 1200 watts on my little roof, and that'll be. I think that'll be really great. And then I'll have the option to add my folding ones on the ground, which is, another 600. So I'm thinking I'll have a total array of 1700 watts. And they will feed into two separate charge controllers, and I've got 700 amp hours of battery. So that should be pretty robust in the winter, especially those panels on the ground. You can get so much more out of them by tilting them to the south in the winter. And the ones on the roof are just going to be flat. And can you get tilting brackets for the roof? Yeah, you absolutely can. But you got to want to get up there and tilt them, and it's kind of a pain in the neck. Well, I don't have that much of an excuse not to do it because I don't move that much. But if I ever did want to start moving, climbing up and down on the roof is not something I'm interested in doing unless absolutely necessary. Uh, I can tell you, big advantage number one, numero uno for spending the season in town in an RV park. When you're out in the desert, it's a little bit of a trek to go into town. And like today, going in and not being able to get my package because of the crowd and having to go back again, it's not a big deal. And even if like I go back to my park right now and I forgot something and I had to go back into town, it's nothing. It's 2-minute drive. It's here. We're already here. So that's a big convenience. The proximity to the services in town being so convenient. And I can still, I'm going to be going out to that spot in Posa South quite a bit. Herbie's out there. Um, uh, Debbie and Deb and Denny are out there. And then the ladies, my special ladies, um, uh, Barb and Judy and Lisa and Sally. Um, what do we have here? There's Roadrunner. Oh, I forgot Grace. Grace, our friend Grace as well. And Cheryl, if you're watching this, I sure hope I see you next year out here. You have no idea how much I miss you. But I'm happy that you're having a good time camp hosting and that you're near your your family and near your mom, and that you seem very happy, and I'm happy about that. And here we go. I did not realize you were looking at my face that whole time. Sorry. I know you got nothing against my face, but in Quartzsite, you want to see Quartzsite. Sorry. Sorry, sorry. See a property in the corner with a tiny house on it? That looks really cute. There's another post office back there. There's a second post office? I did not realize that. I'm going to have to do a little research on that. I could have mailed my letter there, I'm sure. I bet there's a box out in front of it. And people in the comments are probably saying, Rob, where have you been? There's been a second post office in Quartzsite for 20 years. Well, if it was, I didn't know. I have this vague memory of someone talking about it, and I wasn't paying close attention. And here we are, our Arizona RV resort. It feels like a Saturday. It's not a Saturday, it's a Wednesday, but it sure feels Saturday-ish for some reason. Sorry, back for the FaceTime. Here's my face. And I'm going to sign off and say this is today's video, and I'll see you for more Quartzsite adventures tomorrow.